Time for Geraldo Rivera and the Daily Take as he joins us at this time most days. Hello, Geraldo. What do you think's going on? I'm all right. I mean, like, I've heard everything. I mean, there was like a story earlier, I think it was Axios, about maybe Trump is trying to trick Iran again, by saying, oh, there's talks. And last time he did that, he bombed anyway. Or, I mean, what's your read?
Well, you know the old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
I think the Iranians are extremely reluctant to commit to any talks because the last time they did that is, of course, the eve of the president's strike. So they came to talk. They ended up getting their, a whole graduating class of government officials killed in the initial surprise attacks. The president, remember, with the Japanese prime minister talking about Pearl Harbor, the attacks were brutal and they were shocking to the Iranians, and now they are understandably reluctant to commit their, the whole psyche of their regime to proposed peace talks. Now, last I heard, they were supposed to meet as soon as tomorrow in Pakistan, and J.D. Vance, the vice president, has been singled out as the soon-to-be noted prime U.S. negotiator. Why J.D. Vance? Why the vice president? Number one, because the vice president is such a high-level person. But number two, J.D. Vance, has been less hawkish and has been bypassed they've gone around him. They've gone to Marco Rubio, and on the other side to Witkoff and Kushner. If J.D. Vance were to make an appearance as now he is the MAGA anti-hawk, going to come and present an American facade, at least, of not wanting to continue the war. I don't know who's going to buy what, and I don't know who's talking to who. I don't know who's running Iran. These are all questions, proposals to end the war, maybe, but I don't know if the pitcher and catcher are the right people on the field, Connell.
Yeah, it's funny to put it that way, right? Opening day, good reference, Geraldo. We were talking to the guys from the Hill about this last hour a little. There's also kind of a political backdrop, of course, in a midterm year for this president and his administration. So you're dealing with searching for an off-ramp to this war with the higher energy prices and everything that's gone along with it. Not to mention J.D. Vance and his own political aspirations. I mean, there was an AP poll out already that, the majority of Americans already think the war with Iran has gone too far. So there's that.
And what is interesting to me is how, it is clear that Americans don't want this war to continue to escalate, certainly. They don't want the war to continue to be pursued, if these polls are to be believed. The president is right now still able to do what he wants. 9,000 hits on Iranian targets. The 82nd Airborne en route. The Marines, 2,500 Marines also virtually in position. He has all kinds of offensive ways to exercise power and force against the Iranians. If I were them, I'd want to negotiate very much. But what I also understand is they don't want to commit to negotiating and then wham, they turn around and there's more bombs. And the other wild card, and you mentioned it earlier, Connell, and the reports is what about Israel? Joe said, what about Israel? They don't know. The IDF they're not party to anything, and they want to finish this job.
It seems like Netanyahu's trying to get everything in, or trying to get everything in he can. I mean, they've really picked up the pace, if anything, now.
Right.
Maybe that's the thinking that Trump might call it off.
I agree, and they're doing their best to preempt, it seems to me, Israel. I don't want to say that they're doing something, sneaky, going around the president's back, but it just seems to me that America's talking negotiation, and Israel, in the meantime, is hunkering down and letting the bombs and missiles fly.
Yeah.
And Iran is retaliating with the strikes on various civilian infrastructure in the Gulf states and attacks on Israel itself. So my main summary is, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know who's in charge.
Right.
I don't know who's talking to who, or who will be, and I don't know whether they'll have the authority to follow through to consummate the deal. These are times of great uncertainty.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.